really the incredibly gifted Rob Reiner and his lovely wife Michele are killed. I'm not saying this for any other reason than the fact that I was lucky enough to meet him and Michele some time ago at Chautauqua, and he was there. The National Comedy Center, which I'm still involved with, and folks, you should still visit. I will repeat it again and again and again. I think it's an extraordinary place to spend time. And you go to Jamestown, New York, and do that. And he was up there because they had been lucky enough through him and his father Carl. They were able to receive his Carl Reiner's his writing, Carl Reiner's is George Carlin's stuff. They've got Carl Reiner's stuff and created a room for him to honor him, and rightfully so. And they will honor others in there who are of his ilk, of his genius. And his son Rob was there. His son Rob, who carried the torch of his father and did some extraordinary film work as a director. And acted too. And he's been around me my whole life, and then I was lucky enough to meet him and spend a little time with him. And he was a sweet, gracious, loving man, and his wife was quite wonderful. And this is nothing more than an American tragedy. If it's true that what they do say, which is that his son, it's his son that killed them, if that's true. And that would be enough. That's enough to fucking deal with. Just that piece of news. The two others. But piling on is our president. Any president with a modicum of decency, and any president who knows the children are listening, and any president who knows that he's got to be a role model, would have to say, because he'd already spewed out stuff about Rob. He should have literally just spoken about his work and the loss and the tragedy of it. And instead he feels the need to say that, it was the anger that he what was it? I can't even, the anger that he, that came out of Rob was really what killed him. The anger toward our president. The fact that Rob Reiner did not bend the knee. Jesus. And the fact that Rob Reiner criticized him. What does he give a shit? He's the president. What is the matter with him? Just say, this is terrible. Just say, this must not occur. Just say, this is awful. And I am saddened by this. Instead, it just spews out venom. Spews it out after a horrible act has occurred. It doesn't help us. Okay? There's no reason for it. And I left because of, to get away from that madness. And yet it comes out again. And he throws up all over us. And then I'm sure, and then a group of other people respond to this by saying, well, you should see what the liberals said about Charlie Kirk. Fuck you, okay? This is the president, all right? And, wait a week until you say that if you wanted to start that discussion. At least have the moment to do it. And then somebody, I just can't even go into what. It's the he said, she said, what said, why said. Nittering, nattering, bullshit, nonsense. God damn it. Enough is fucking enough. Grow the fuck up. Everyone. Grow up. Okay? The stuff that was said about Charlie Kirk shouldn't have been said. But it wasn't the president saying it. All right? It wasn't a whole bunch of, politicians saying it. His job is to be a role model on one level. That is the job of the president, whether he fucking likes it or not. The same way it is for the folks who play football and baseball and basketball. You're in the public eye, spend the time learning how to be a role model. That should be taught in role modeling 101, which appears to be something that needs to be taught since we're not teaching civics anymore. Okay? Jesus Christ.